Welcome everyone, my name's Dom and I got a rant for you today. Okay, so I recently did a video on these. So yeah, these are Apple's new AirPods Max. I did an incomplete review and I did an unboxing. You can check that. You can check those out after the video. As I've gotten more and more, used to these headphones, I'm not gonna lie, like they're pretty wonderful. They are so good in so many different ways. They're expensive, yeah, and that's kind of the big gripe that I've had with them so far. But as if you have a lot of Apple, like the price, there's an argument to be made for the price. The rant isn't specifically about the price. The rant is about this stupid little cable. This cable is $35. Now this cable is a lightning to 3.5 millimeter adapter. So you need that in order to be able to use the headphones in a wired state. Now, I've been wanting to use these headphones for my game streaming stuff because they're a lot more comfortable than the headphones that we use for the podcast. I've been doing my game streaming. You can check that stuff out on the channel after the video, but it boggles my mind that Apple thinks that they have the gall, and I get it. They make some pretty ballsy moves. $700 wheels for the Mac Pro is bullshit. Just all the different prices in price gouging. Their cases. Like I bought a case for this. This is my iPhone. This iPhone 12 right here. This case to get the leather one, $70. It's ridiculous how much they charge. Okay, like they're luxury items, and sure, you can make arguments on both sides, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking specifically about these. These are $550. These are $550. Are they comfortable? Yes. Are they like they sound great? Yes. Do they do a lot of stuff and they got great battery life and all that? Yes, they got all that stuff. That's fine. $550, and you're gonna charge $35 for this cable? $35 for this cable, let alone, you know what? The fact is, you guys could have made this Type C, and I know why you didn't make it Type C, because if you made the plug Type C instead of Lightning, then you could technically use any USB Type C to 3.5 millimeter adapter, but that's not what you did. You made it Lightning, even though you're making a push to Type C, or at the very least, if you're going to call these, I guess pros, they're not really pros, they're maxes, right? But they feel more like pros than the actual AirPods Pros are. But what, I just don't understand. I just don't understand why you couldn't have included the cable for that price. Like, if they're going to cost that much, the cable would have at least added a little bit of an additional incentive to justify the price, instead of including the case that nobody uses, that nobody cares about, that nobody seems to like. You guys could have just done this and made the case separate instead of doing what you did. And the thing of it is, not even a good cable. It's a dinky little, and you can get it in black, and it's like a lightning cable. It's a dinky thin lightning cable. It's not even that long. Like, at least make it, I don't know, what is this? This is like 4 feet. It's stupid. It's not good. It's not good. There is a point where luxury items need to have all the included to be able to enjoy it. There is a point. There is a price point where that argument needs to be made. So, I did a video again recently on this here, and this is the Xbox Elite Series 2 controller. When you get this controller, Microsoft gives you everything. You get a case, you get a charging stand, you get a long braided cable, you get all the different parts, all the different adapters. You can charge the controller through the case. You get everything that you need to be able to enjoy this to its fullest extent. But with these, no, you don't get. I just don't understand. I have done a lot of work to justify a lot of stupid Apple, but this one just crossed the line for me. And then you're going to charge $35 for it. Like, if it was $10, okay, maybe. Still bullshit, but maybe. But $35? Are you kidding me? $35. Like, it doesn't make any sense. I can get behind, the stupid ear cup things costing whatever, like what was like $75 or $70, whatever the they're called. I mean, when it's all said and done, like, Apple does what they do, and I understand to a degree why they do what they do, and the amount of R&D that goes into making their products work the way that they work, and the way, there's an experience to it, and I understand all that. I get all that, right? But you're gonna sit here and make the box that the thing ships in, like, literally, it was the box that I got it in when it shipped. It folded open like a Jumanji game. If anybody from the 90s, any 90s kids watching, it literally, like, from the middle, you pull the little thing, the FedEx thing, and then it opens up, and then there it is, perfectly shaped. Those boxes are not like a standard design. Like, that's something that had to be custom made for those, because they fit in the box that the AirPods fit in was like perfectly seated inside of that box. They'll spend money on that. They'll spend money on the packaging. They'll spend money on instructions. But you're not going to give me this? Because I know the manufacturing cost of this. This is Lightning. You guys have been doing this since the iPhone 5. This is not an expensive piece for you guys to manufacture. This cable is not an expensive piece for you guys to manufacture. And I get that most, like 99% use cases for these headphones are going to be Bluetooth. I get that. And I get that most people that are going to listen to these, they are not necessarily going to be yearning for the supposed, and I'm going to find out whether or not that's true. I haven't listened to them yet. I literally just bought these and I walked in and wanted to do this rant because I just sat in the car and thought about this longer and longer, like I'm stupid this is. I understand that, even with the quality boost, supposed quality boost, like most people aren't going to want it, but it's not the point. You guys aren't including charge bricks in your phones anymore, which again, I get the argument for some cases. For the iPhones, the Pros, for iPads, anything that's Pro needs to come with everything. And maybe, you know what, maybe that's why you guys didn't call this one Pro. You should have, because these are truly more pro than the AirPods Pro right now. Those could have been called AirPods Max. Those should have been called AirPods Max or AirPods Plus or something. Those are not those things. Those are not AirPods Pro. These are excellent in so many ways. And every single day that I use them, and trust me, I use them a lot. There's so many good things about them. But this has just gone too far. And I know that nothing's ever going to change. And that's kind of the point of me making the rants, is that it gives me an opportunity to bitch and vent frustrations, and for you guys to have an opportunity to chime in, because I want this channel to be a critique of the good and the bad of the tech industry, from games to smart bulbs, all the I said in the trailer, right? And this is one of those things where it's gone too far. They should have been Type-C at the very least. If you're not going to include this cable, then they should have been Type-C. They should have been Type-C anyway, because Type-C is the future. Apple's going Type-C, and fine. Okay, the next iPhone or whatever iPhone is eventually not going to have any ports, and I understand, I understand that for probably most people, they're going to be using them with their mobile devices. I actually, you know what, to be honest with you, I don't think, unless you have a MacBook or an iMac or something like that, that these things are practical for you. I can understand if you're traveling a lot. I can understand if you're walking down city streets and you need something that eliminates noise, something that's comfortable. I could see all the different use cases. Okay, I can see all that, but for at least from my experience, these things really shine when you have to, you're sitting at a desk and you're working and you're moving your head around a lot and you're doing all that stuff. And I'm doing a stupid dance here for you guys, but I understand how these things can be great because they sit in your head, they're comfortable, you can move around and all the other like that. You don't have a cable. But for scenarios where you need a cable, and trust me, you're going to want to, especially if you have a heavy duty workload, like you're editing videos like I do for the channel, or audio or anything like that. These are great, especially if you're doing long videos like we do the weekly podcast, all other like that. And so I have these things on for extended periods of time, and they're great. They are one of the best attributes about them is how comfortable they are outside of transparency mode like that. I talk about all that in the review. But this is like that one thing I don't think anybody's really talking about. Everyone seems to be talking about the case and the price. And you know what? I've been talking about the case and the price. And I realized finally, you know what? I need to go ahead and get that cable. And I went to check it out, $35. Now, could I have bought something else? I probably could have. But you know what? At the end of the day, I didn't. And I sucked in. And that's probably why Apple does it. And you know what? I'm sure plenty of you are going to tell me, well, you know what? You Apple pony, that's what you get for buying into the devil and stuff like that. But Apple does make good Apple fan or not, they do make good. They have their ways of doing stuff that's not always popular, that's not always necessarily the most consumer friendly, but they do make good, and I will continue to buy their. But this is just one of those things I had to put my foot down and say, you know what? No, this is a cheap, dinky little cable that should have been included with the thing. You don't get a charge brick with it. You don't get a charge brick with it. So, you guys couldn't have included this. This would have used up no space, no nothing. I don't know. I just genuinely don't know. I mean, that about wraps up this rant, guys. If you're an Apple guy like me and you know what I'm talking about, throw a comment, all that stuff. Like the video if you know what I'm talking about. All that fun. I'm so perturbed right now. I can't even do a good outro. And yeah, guys, another thing I'm doing, share the video. That really helps the channel out a lot. If you could, that'd be wonderful. I really appreciate the shares. They definitely help out. And as always, talk to you soon.